Hi everyone, comic reviewer here. This time reviewing on Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked. Now, as you know, Alvin and the Chipmunks, Chipwrecked is a 2011 jukebox musical adventure comedy film that was meant to be the third installment in the whole live-action Alvin and the Chipmunks films. And keep in mind that, after the second film, it made sense that it was changing the formula to something completely different. So the premise of the film is meant to follow how, Dave, the Chipmunks, and the Chipettes go on a cruise ship, and we see how Dave has to try and keep both the Chipmunks as well as the Chipettes under control. We do kind of see how, because of Alvin kind of unintentionally causing problems, we do kind of see how Dave gets advice to try and be a bit more understanding and a bit more moral towards Alvin. And we see how, after an incident that happens, we see how the Chipmunks and the Chipettes end up on a sort of remote island. And I think what the film gets right at is actually showing Alvin slowly realising about being more responsible, serious, as well as understanding why Dave has to constantly keep an eye on him, see what he's trying to do, as well as make sure to try and help him understand a lot more. And I think the film in general is trying to do something completely different away from the first two films. And I think what the film gets right at is actually bringing back David Cross as Ian. And I think Ian's character here does work, because throughout the first two films, we saw how Ian hit rock bottom, and we do kind of see how Dave does his best to try and get Ian to see reason. And you do kind of see Ian having to slowly see the outcomes of his actions, because of him being greedy, inconsiderate, selfish, as well as immoral, had mainly left him rock bottom. And you do see Ian finally having to learn the consequences of his actions. And we do kind of see how, Alvin and the others meet a sort of young woman known as Zoe. And I think the whole point of Zoe's character is meant to be a bit of an oddball. She's a bit of a sort of adventurer. And at the same time, it's obviously clear they need her to be this big twist character. And you know it's gonna go. It's gonna have the twist character go a little overboard. We kind of see how the redeemed villain tries to talk reason with them, hoping to kind of fix things. I think the rest of the film is trying to balance a story, but at the same time, it doesn't really know what it wants to do with a sort of remote island. It's trying to balance a story. It knows it has to, but at the same time, it feels like something that I think could have been a lot better. There's moments where you do see Alvin finally understanding why Dave has to be the voice of reason, why he constantly has to kind of berate, scold, and even call out Alvin on his behaviour. And you do kind of see, Dave kind of slowly realising that Alvin is the thing that Dave needs to help make him into a better person. And you do kind of see how, Dave does try to kind of help both the Chipettes as well as the Chipmunks be better people. I think the film in general is trying to be interesting. It knows it needs to, but at the same time, it's trying to do something completely different away from the last two films. So I think this one definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Kind of alright, but kind of okay, despite it being a bit of a boring mess. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.